Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expedition. By now, considering the advent of AI agents, especially those coding agents, everyone can build. It's now about adopting the founder mentality and bringing your noble dream to life. You have a lot of AI tools that enables you do that, even if you're not a programmer. So I'd assume that you've ventured into building already. If you haven't, I'll put some tools in the description that you can get started on. You can also contact me, for insights. Altogether, if you're a founder, there's nothing stopping you from applying to venture capitalists like Alliance. I'm going to advent into this journey myself for the learning of it, for the awareness of it, amongst other things. I wouldn't. Yes, so though I would fancy funding eventually, that's not the primary purpose of this. So, bottom line, you shouldn't be deterred from, adventuring into this if you are building a project. Now, based on what I've seen, on top of my superficial research, many of these venture capitalists are investing in founders more so than their respective projects. So it's not, you may not have an entire project built yet, but you have the vision of it. You can still apply. Generally, they are modeled to back you not only with respect to funding, but to ensure you succeed. So the tools you will need, registrations, even at times they may support your I wouldn't call it relocation, but they usually have physical events to spark, to start your process. So they would usually handle all that. Different venture capitalists have their own model. So after I venture into all this one by one, I would have insight into how they function. This alliance they are focused on crypto and AI startups. So I'm sure they would welcome you building with AI as well. So they are offering 500K funding, interview invites sent within 1 week. So I'm doing this also to allay your fears about all these expeditions. It's not only for the geeks, so apply. Now, another reason I'm doing this is May 27th is the application closing. I have not applied myself. I don't know exactly. I think it's like 8 hours or 10 hours. Let me see. Maybe 8 to 12 hours left before this close. They're in the Pacifica time zone. Yes, so just have that in mind. There is urgency to this if you're to apply. Now, most founders apply in under 20 minutes. So they are talking of a form which you would need to fill up, and it will take around 20 minutes to apply. And this is how startups, so yes, they have a record for having funded or backed many founders. So 2-week in-person onboarding. So this is what I'm talking about. By an 8-week fully remote program for global. Okay, so they have a remote program for global participants. So that's interesting. There is some venture capitalists will want you to visit in person. If you are in Asia, for example, and they have the setup in USA, then you would have to visit. They would usually tend to the visa, like this business type of visa and stuff like that. Anyway, that's on the side. So let's go to straight up apply and look at how the form is looking. So this is how it's looking. Okay, so first is submit an email. So the program starts September 7th. So the onboarding, assuming you're selected and stuff like that. But based on the application at the homepage, I think you would get a reply very quickly, maybe after 3 days or so if they are interested in you. So this is how it's looking. Company name. Now, many people will retreat here. It's not compulsory also that you have a company as of yet. Some venture capitalists will even register that for you offshore, based on what I've read. I don't know the modalities of alliance, but you don't have to be deterred if you don't have a registered company as of yet. What is being referenced here is the name. What do you want us to call you? Your legal name, ideally your product name. So it looks like you can also put your legal name here. Okay. Then what are you building? Maximum 50 characters. So they want to, okay, this is like a niche oriented response. So lending and borrowing on Ethereum. So keep it short. Pitch what you are building in one paragraph. So they do want it short. Summarize the problem you're addressing and the product you are building to solve it. Wow, that's interesting positioning there. So they want you to be solving something and having established that there is a problem. Okay, interesting stuff. Founder intro URL, a 1 minute max unlisted. So it has to be a short video, YouTube video. So you'd put it on your YouTube channel unlisted with all founders on camera, ideally in the same room. Introduce your startup's idea and the founders. Do brag about standout work. So they want you to brag about standout work or academic achievements. Do not include a product demo, presentation, or any form of screen recording. So for this one, they want to see you, who is the founder. They want to maybe gauge the person of you. And founders, if you are more than one. If you are just a solo founder, I believe you can still apply. And if you are founders, then you have to be in the same room. No screen recording, just visual of you. Website URL, if you have that, So assuming you don't have that, this doesn't appear compulsory. So it's optional. Company Twitter URL. Wow. That's optional as well. Location, so they welcome founders who are physically located anywhere. Where do you physically work out most of the time? Okay. Specify the exact city. If one or more founders are working, so the location of other founders. What's your team's predominant work environment, on-site, remote? What's your team size? Upon joining Alliance, will you permanently relocate your entire company to a major tech hub? Yeah, so that's another thing. They may have tech hubs in different locations, some places near to you. Are you willing to relocate? I believe this is optional. I don't know what they are looking for exactly. It says we strongly recommend NYC or the Bay Area, but whether you plan to relocate, stay where you are, or operate fully remote, please explain your reasoning. Note, this refers to permanent relocation, not just the acceleration period. Wow, this is interesting stuff. So if you want to, you will be willing to permanently relocate, you would need to highlight it. I don't know if we'll be able to go next. Interestingly, we're not able to go next. So I'll be participating in this, and I'll be giving you a preview of the experience in a subsequent video. That's about it for this video. Now, yes, that's the scope of this video. Avenues to reach me will be in the description. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome. Take action.